Hey there, I'm Slightly Froggy. Welcome back to my stream. Today I'm continuing my playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West. And where we last left things off, we pretty much played through the tutorial. So I got the chance to kind of brush up on some of the controls. They introduced a couple of new mechanics. There will probably be multiple points in this stream tonight where I'll say out loud, wait, how do I do blank again? Slowly, I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. I'm getting there. I was able to do like a couple of half decent, like, silent strikes on some robots. And then I fought a giant snake one and screamed and ran around for like 10, 15 minutes. But I did it. That's the important thing. I still did it on the first try. It's fine. It's fine. Just had a couple close calls there, but we are now in Meridian, and they're having some problems with the spire there. So we're going to check it out, climb to the top of it, and see where the narrative takes us from there. But we're going to give folks a few minutes to kind of file in before we get started. Word of warning, might hear a bit of beeping in the background at some points, and I might have to pause. It's because I have a very needy Tamagotchi. I've got it. Ooh, how old is it now? I haven't checked for a couple of days. I've had it for 12 days now. I always try my best to keep these little things alive. Sometimes some attempts go better than others, because I have to mute it while I'm at my day job. Turns out in 2025, people are not understanding when you tell them, guys, hold on a second, I just gotta feed my Tamagotchi. It's retro, but it's not like, hold that thought, I need to take care of this levels of retro. But, yeah, something I realized I forgot to mention in the previous stream. I was kind of talking about how I finished off Yellow Jackets, the latest season. We also binge watched over the weekend the latest season of Black Mirror. What is it, season 7 now? Oh my gosh. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, with every season of Black Mirror, there's always hits and misses. Some of them played around with some really fun ideas. I will say that, like, I've been seeing on TikTok people criticizing the new season, like talking about their favorite episodes, the things they didn't like about the new season of Black Mirror, and I'm not gonna get into spoilers for any of them if you haven't gotten around to it yet. But I know a big thing has been sort of like the dissonance between like the American episodes of Black Mirror and the English episodes of Black Mirror, because it started off very English show, Charlie Brooker. When it got picked up by Netflix, there does seem to be a divide between like, oh, they are all, I believe, written by Charlie Brooker, but like there is definitely a more American feel to some of them and a more English feel to others, and and that's totally separate from like the actors that are in it as well. I will say, they started off the season one with what was it? I'm probably gonna. It's Rashida Jones and I want to say Chris O'Dowd. I'm always a little unsure of his name, but he's been in like everything, including I believe the Classic IT Crowd. But that episode, I'm not gonna spoil it. That one was a hard one to watch. Not in terms of like quality, but in terms of like the subject matter and the way it approached it. Like it felt like very English Black Mirror in the way that it was like brutal at times, and like the commentary I thought was really good. Like it sort of explores the extremes of subscription services, which are everywhere now. If you want to use Adobe programs, there's a subscription service. You got to get a subscription service if you want to use a printer. Like it's everywhere. It's on Netflix. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, after watching that episode, I'm like, there is no way that Netflix gave the green light on this episode with what it has to say about subscription services. Because it does not pull any punches about it. Very good episode, I thought. I don't know if it's an episode that I could necessarily watch a whole bunch. Like, it's like those really good movies that are like really powerful and they cover like kind of a heavy subject matter, and like they're good and you're glad that you watch them, but you don't know if you could ever really watch it again, or if it's something that you could watch over and over. Like, light and fun stuff, sure, but not like, nobody's watching Grave of the Fireflies for funsies, you know? Or at least you shouldn't be. Like, it's that kind of thing. But, yeah, first episode of the new season of Black Mirror definitely starts off strong. It does have its weaker episodes, as every season does, but they brought back the USS Callister. It's the first like sequel episode they've ever done, and of course, like as a Star Trek fan wearing a Niners sweater, I was very excited to see like the callbacks to the USS Callister, because I originally watched that episode before I started watching Star Trek. So like that's the span of time it's been since USS Callister. But I've now seen a number of Star Trek series, and I definitely had like a fun appreciation for it. I did before, but like this follow-up was a pretty solid one for sure. And it's always nice seeing Jimmy Simpson just being a goof and having a fun time. Overall, really enjoyed the season. Would recommend, if you've watched previous seasons of Black Mirror and you've been debating about watching the new one, give it a shot. It's got some good ones in there. But otherwise, we're going to give folks just another couple of minutes to kind of file in before we get started. I will say I am fighting a little bit of a migraine today. We are having some kooky weather where we are. We're getting snow. It is April 15th, and it is snowing. It's not staying, thank goodness. But, like, it's like, really? Now? Now? This is Canada. We've had enough. Please. We just want some warm weather. We just want to have nice, sunny, warm weather where we can be outside without having to worry about snow. Like, come on. Anyway. One other silly little tangent before we get started. We will get to the game. I promise. One other silly tangent is occasionally, because my favorite thing when I'm winding down for the day is doom scrolling on TikTok. And sometimes I end up on some parts of TikTok that are sort of like, how did I get here? Because they are their own like little ecosystems. But because I am Canadian, occasionally my content crosses over into French Canadian TikTok. I do not speak French. I took French up until the 10th grade, which is past where we're required to take it here in Ontario. So, like, I put in the effort. I know some words, but I've ended up on French Canadian TikTok, which has introduced me to Le Poisson Steve. And if you have not encountered Le Poisson Steve, it's a little song about an orange fish named Steve who has arms and legs. It is the kookiest little thing I've ever heard. It is now all over my page. I have some coworkers that are French Canadian, and I had to ask them, I'm like, am I on French Canadian TikTok right now? Or is this like France French TikTok? Apparently the answer is both. It started in France, but it apparently crossed over into Quebec. I won't play the whole thing for you, but like I need to spread this brain rot. Like, I feel like there has to be an appreciation for Le Poisson Steve. The video can be whatever, but the song is what carries it. So I'll give you a little sample of it. Hold on here.
Steve, le poisson Steve, il est orange, il a des bras et des jambes, le poisson Steve.
That is Le Poisson Steve. I hope I do not get copyright striked for that. I don't know if that is copyrighted or not. It would not surprise me at this point, but it has been stuck in my head. Hey there, Gabsby. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. I was just rambling about this one video, this little song I keep getting over and over again on TikTok, and it is stuck in my head. I caught myself at work typing away, going, Le Poisson Steve. Like, hey there, Qua. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. Also, I did a couple restarts on my computer from the last stream. Fingers crossed the tech will cooperate tonight. That's the main thing. We'll see if it holds up. But knock on wood, seems to be doing okay. Exactly. Yeah. He is an orange fish with arms and legs. Like, there's nothing to it. It's goofy, but like it's stuck in my head. Le Poisson Steve. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump in. Because we've got a tower to climb, I believe. Oh, having failed to find a backup, Aloy and Varl travel to Meridian in search of a new lead. They find they are not the only ones seeking answers. Also, I love how it's just like, yes, he has spies and he can search people out. I'm sure he can help you find Silence. And it's like, we show up and he's like, Aloy, I couldn't find you. And it's like, well, if he can't find me, he's not going to find Silence. Jeez. 2 years of middle school friendship not completely left me. Nope, you got it. Admittedly, I had the same thing where I'm just like, oh my god, it's been like over 12 years.
Is that a statue of me?
Since I last took French. And it's like, I know some of these words.
No.
I mean, it's a nice statue. I will say, there is something to be said about there being a statue of me while they're still, like, rebuilding things. I feel like the statue can probably, like, come last, you know? Like, is it a necessary thing?
I guess I should be flattered by the statue. It feels wrong. Especially when my job's only half done.
I mean, there will always be something that needs doing, Aloy. Like, accept your flowers.
Bad feeling about this.
But still, like...
It looks the same as before.
What is this?
Could pull this thing out of me. What?
Oh.
Transmission.
Data payload. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, not glowy red. Oh, no!
No, he wouldn't. He couldn't.
Well, it's a great
Something
name
is
for a
transmitting
fish.
from the top of the spire. I guess I have to find a way up there.
Alright. Find a way up. Climb up the base of the spire. Okay. And welcome back to the stream, Olaf. I hope you're doing well tonight. Ooh, what's this?
This machine was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
Hey there, Texas. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. Alright. How the
It's part of the Deathbringer we defeated.
Hey, Gen X Dad Matt, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Long time no see. Alright, how the heck? Can be moved with the Pullcaster. Alright. Okay. Nope.
Might be
Maybe...
able to climb up the scaffolding at the base of the spire.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, hello, Mint the Middle. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to find some climbing points right now. Or I guess this scaffolding? Oh, yep. Here we go. I'm looking for that yellow. Is it? Look for
Maybe I
another
can
climbing or
jump to that
grapple
ledge
point.
behind me.
Oh, I'll have to move that. Oh, that's the bit. Okay. No. Here. Hold on.
A pulse from my focus might help me find a way up.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and JJ, welcome back to the stream. Whoa. Where are we trying to get to? We're trying to climb up the spire. So I'm looking for yellow jumping points. Apologies for the noises from my computer right now. Feel awful for not being around for a bit. Oh, all good. Whoop. Doing well on my end. Nope. Okay. So, I could climb up there. Oh my gosh, my computer is... Whoop. Hello. Hold on. I was getting stuck there for a second. Okay. Gonna slay the spire when we get there. I mean, we're gonna try our best. Same as the windmill. Gosh, what is happening with my computer? Okay. It was doing this in the last stream.
I should be able to climb
All
up
right.
that rope on the crane.
Okay. Yes, I can climb that, but then it's a matter of where do I go from there? Because I can't reach it. Here, hold on. Maybe I can... Nope, can't reach it. Okay. Here, maybe I'm just... Let's try this again. Whoop. Whoa! Okay. Sorry, folks, my computer is kind of possessed at the moment. I don't know what it is. It is not happy with me playing this game. I don't know if there's been... Here we go. Just look for another climber grapple point. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hold on. I have no idea what's happening right now. So, in the last stream, we were having some slight computer issues that led to, the microphone suddenly not working. I don't think we're at that point yet, but I don't know why it's doing that. USB hardware issue? You know what? That could be it. Because admittedly, I was trying different, USB ports yesterday. Here. I'm unplugging something. Let's try a different port for my Stream Deck. I don't know. Something tells me maybe it's that. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Where do we go from? Oh, there's another climbing point. Alright. Where can I go from
I should be able to jump back and reach those ropes behind me.
Oh, right, yeah. There we go. And then... There we go. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting the climbing thing. Okay. Tap E to equip the polecaster. Okay. Whoop. It is the Stream Deck. Okay.
There we go.
There. Whoop.
Now, how to cross over to the spire.
There we go.
Should be able to get up there now.
Okay. Grapple point within range. There we go.
I thought Silence was helping me when he gave me his lance.
I don't know.
He tricked me.
What else is new?
Transmitted something through the spire. Did he save Hades? Why would he do that? Well, if I can figure out where he sent it, I can track him down. Hopefully the transmission node at the top will tell me.
Okay. Either way, I think works. Go.
Well, doesn't look like I can keep climbing this way.
Between distant holds. There's a lot more climbing in this game than the first. Okay. I mean, admittedly, I also... Ooh, hello. Like, I will admit,
Panels
I'm not...
ajar.
Ooh.
Can I go up through the inside?
I'm not always the best at things that are supposed to be intuitive. So I also know this can very easily be a skill issue. Here we go. Now we're cooking.
An elevator? Let's see.
Access lift activated.
Lucky day.
Engaging maintenance configuration.
The whole thing is opening up.
Ooh.
Wonder what the Carja will make of this.
I'm sure this won't cause some religious belief issues. Just me going up into their precious spire. All good. Oh! I hope it wasn't too rough to watch. I know I'm very rusty. It's been a while since I last played this game. Or a Horizon game, I should say. Ah, the West.
Bastard.
I'm getting the hang of it again.
Well, Aloy,
Oh, hello.
I see you finally
I miss
figured
him
out.
so much.
To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my rules.
You rigged the lands to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless. You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. Or why don't obtain one of those Gaia backups you've been having such a hard time finding?
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
He never does.
I've been having problems of my own these past 6
The
months.
actor died
Aloy.
recently. He
The
did.
difference
That's why I
is,
miss him.
I've made progress. So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, now why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West?
Hey, it's the name of the game.
Learn all that I've discovered.
Oh, I'll come find you, alright.
Yes. Well, and the coordinates should make it simple enough. Even for you.
Deep breaths, deep breaths.
There's no other choice.
The sharks and the jets.
Better let Varl and Murad know what I found.
Oh, wait, there's other stuff around here. Hold on, what's this over here? My king Hangries. I know, it's like, why did we expect anything different?
Remnants from the Battle of the Elite. We were almost overrun by the machines Hades controlled. But we pushed through.
Oh, hi! You had to bring it up, huh? Look at you!
Some drama.
Memorial.
All right.
Honoring those who fell in the Battle of the Elite.
I know, right?
Lots
Now
of brave
shut it.
people defended this place from Hades.
I mean, it's been a while. She's got to get the hang of him being him.
You went inside it, and it transformed. Almost like the day of the battle.
I can only be grateful that it's a stormy day. Few will have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades. The danger didn't end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. West is called Forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it. The Tenakth, and they allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King of Ard, a fragile peace has been negotiated.
Okay, so it's not
And indeed,
that bad.
the next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier.
Oh, I'll get to
Were
go
you
out and be a
attend
diplomat.
the gathering under his auspices, the Tenakth might grant right of passage instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
Great, just what I need. More killers.
The Sun King.
Aloy, it's good to see you. You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please?
Aww.
Quiet.
It's true. We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace. But I thought you would prefer
It's not
this
as catchy.
formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but I... Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick. Better hand them over before she runs off again.
Really? Must you?
Fancy.
Try it on.
She's like, oh, it's embarrassing. Still accept tips from things like he used to.
On
Go
behalf of
completely
all the
blind.
citizens of the Sun,
Um,
may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
if it appears that I'm struggling and I'm asking for help, sure. But generally, I'd like to try and give it a crack myself. No, I mean, she's had, like, a long time of being
Perhaps you'd like to
shunned.
spend more time with your
Understandable.
friends. Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
A new look.
I need to attach the Master Override to my new spear.
Oh.
Should be a workbench around here I can use.
Oh, first, let's talk.
The sculptor wanted something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels. But I was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah,
You were
she would
right.
not have liked that. Better reacting to gifts. They're somewhat or sarcastic. I know what you mean.
I'm sorry.
I
Avad.
never know what to say.
It's good to see you, but I can't stay long.
I see. I'd hoped you'd remain in the city for a time. Perhaps at the palace.
Meridian's still in danger, but it's bigger than that. To put things right, I have to go west. To Nox territory.
By the sun, that's a knock? Well, perhaps Murad already told you. After years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce.
It's for decorum, not for usefulness.
Another
Not
embassy would be held in just a
practicality.
day or two.
Ooh, here we go. It's our first little bit around the wheel. Years of hostility, embassy, Inaman. Here,
When
let's
you
go.
say years of hostility, I assume you mean the Red Raids?
Ah, yes. My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. Asurum, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could.
Hey there, MG Tower. Welcome
None
back to the
fought
stream.
back
Hope you're
like
doing
Tenakth.
well.
They rose up and assaulted our western front at Barren Light, sweeping us from their lands. Getting them to talk to us again after that was tricky.
Before we go into the next one, let me try and plug this back in. Bear with me here. Okay. Embassy.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Well, just like today, it is special because of the guest. Our delegation
know I was
will meet
gonna
at the
be
Tenakth
here.
just outside Barren Light. We'll give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Soldier. Don't you mean raider?
No. Not in this case. Vashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses.
She's not above a little bit of buttering
He
up.
was captured during a heroic defense of our
She's only
base
human.
at Cinnabar Sands, and has been held ever since.
Wait a minute. Or, wait, is this new?
Your cousin, Vashav.
Here we go.
How long has he been a Tanakh captive?
5 years.
Oof.
Tanakh emissaries swear he is well, but I wonder. That tribe is renowned for its brutality. How did he survive?
Unless it's not him, it's a
Almost
fake.
If you see him before I do, tell him that I await him in Meridian, where he belongs.
If I see him, I will.
Alright, Itamen. Actually, before we do that, I'm just gonna make a slight adjustment. Okay, here, let's try this. Itamen, or wait, no, we still have more. Hope for peace.
How did you get the Tanakh to talk again after the war?
The same way I got you to talk. By giving gifts.
The Tanakh like tiaras?
More like metals, spices, and relics looted during the fighting. We've met with them on several occasions, and the gifts seem to have eased the tension. But this coming embassy is
Constantly seeing it out of your peripheral.
the best sign we've had so far that the Tanakh want lasting peace.
Itamen looks happy.
You got him out of Sunfall. Any happiness he has, he owes to you. He's turning into a fine young man, which he'll need to be if he's to inherit the crown.
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours first?
Yes, well, I'd have to get married for that to happen.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. She's like,
Murad
I don't
keeps
know, I don't know.
throwing noble matches at me. But I find I'm always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate,
Oh, is she
I never
blushing?
aspired to this role, and I
Girl.
don't wish to sit there forever. When Itamen comes of age, I hope to step aside,
Yeah.
free of the crown.
Oh, here. It's gonna be a
Then I'd
reference. I'll
finally be able
wait.
to travel the world. Who knows? Perhaps even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, my first thought was the Game of Thrones thing where it's like, you know he's a good king because he doesn't want it. The Jon Snow, I don't want it. They probably felt they had to give him a bit of something, but a beard would have been too much. And honestly, with how warm it is out there, like, okay. And I mean, like, I guess as a king, like, he can have, like, some level of personal grooming that a lot of people tend to not have. First time we see her doing anything remotely flirty. That's true. You're just being like, oh, you.
I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's something I must ask you. Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be.
Oh, boy.
The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again.
Oh, my God.
I'm not trying to stop you or hold you back, but I need to know, when your mission is over, will you return to Meridian and stay long enough for us to spend time to
Oh my
get to know each other properly, perhaps?
They are very cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I chat's popping off here. Probably don't have the bad connotations for that kind of facial hair in the future. You would think, maybe. Yes, sir. He's like, girl, you complete me. Choose that, and ALA will confront the challenge directly. Choose brains. She'll use her insight to find a clever, less obvious approach. Heart and ALA will express compassion or give voice to her deepest convictions. Ooh, are you kidding? That feels mean. It's a nice thought. Now's not the time. Ooh. Like, okay. But it's also the question of what other... Now, we're not getting tied down. to anything, but like what other opportunities will I have is what I'm saying. You know what? We'll go compassion. It's a nice thought.
I do hope to see Meridian again, Avant. And you.
Ah, non-answer.
But this mission...
Hey!
It's my life. It's all I can think about. I have to stay focused.
I get it. Focus. Anyway.
What happens after? I can't imagine that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Also, I only just got out of the tutorial. Like, I gotta see what's out there.
Know that you will always receive a boundless welcome here. Tend to your mission, Aloy. I will hope.
It's true, I haven't met them all.
And look forward to your return.
I don't know. Like, she saved humanity. Let her play the field a bit. Let her live. You can toggle the visibility of Aloy's headpieces in the general section of the settings menu. I don't know. The visibility? Like... Oh, it's not blocking anything. Okay. No, this is fine. What else? I thought I saw something else over that way. Nope. Hello.
Dowager Queen Nasadi.
Blessed champion. Itamen, what do you say?
My humblest thanks to you, great champion, for
Aww.
delivering my mother and me from Sunfall, and for defending our holy city against the forces of Shadow. Did I say right?
You said it fine, Itamen. And you're welcome.
Champion, will you teach me how to shoot like a real machine hunter?
Itamen.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that.
The answer is
When I
yes.
come back, I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
We
His
owe
mom's
you
like,
our
I
lives,
don't want to
champion.
fight
And we will not
robots.
forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
Oh, it's been a long time since I fought one of those. What else do we got going on here? Oh, got something going on this way. It asks if you're gonna save the world. The answer is always yes. I'm not, and it's your fault. Like, obviously yes.
There. Workbench.
Oh, my workbench. Oh, hello. Go.
Not again.
Side
With
quest.
it. Fanasha. Thanks for being here.
Wouldn't miss it, even if you did leave us hanging after the big battle.
Vanasha, stop. She's here now, isn't she?
For the moment. But I see that look on her face. She's got business to attend to, and it isn't in Meridian.
You know, I didn't vanish before because I wanted to. I had...
New Huntress, please. You don't have to justify yourself to us. You saved our butts. If you've got to go, go. With our blessing.
Always.
Like, Aloy's not the type to, like flake out and just abandon me. Like, it's like, they have to acknowledge the fact that, like, she left for probably a good reason.
You both look like you're doing well.
Mr. Shiny Pants here is now the Sun King's senior military advisor.
Ooh,
that means
fancy.
people actually have to listen to him talk. May the sun bless their sorry souls.
At least I say something of substance every once in a while.
Where they're gonna fall.
What was that? I just fell asleep while you were talking.
And how about you, Vanasha?
I've been looking after Nasadi and Itamen. 2 parts bodyguard, 1 part...
Bad influence.
Huh. I was gonna say nanny, but I like your version better.
I never pictured you as a nanny. Itamen must be special.
Hold on now. I'm not entirely domesticated. Nasadi was the Mad Sun King's wife. She has enemies. I've had to foil a plot or 2.
Right.
Keeps her busy.
You can try to hide it, but inside, you're as soft as a silk pillow.
Oh.
Stuff
You
that
have
word,
no
yeah.
idea.
Huh? Oh dear.
We were talking about Itamen?
Yeah. Okay, I admit it. Itamen's cute. He's fun. And he looks up to me. I like him. Except when he forgets to wash his hands after hooking worms in that muddy garden behind a solarium. Blech.
Right? The Shadow Carja.
It's been months since I was in Sunfall. What's become of the Shadow Carja?
After you wiped out the eclipse, there were hardly any priests or
They are like an
officers
old
left to
couple.
terrorize the little people.
Avad offered amnesty to all who were forced to serve the Shadow. So the commoners cleaned out the citadel and handed it back to him. The Sundom was unified.
Avad wanted Uther to take command of the garrison there, but Captain Cudley here refused. Rumor has it that he wanted to stay close to me here in Meridian.
Aww.
That's nonsense, of course.
I would never. I mean, maybe. Really, yeah.
Well, I know. You're out. Go! Away with you.
Always an honor, champion.
Always a pleasure.
You know what?
Please, little huntress,
hold that thought.
come back someday and tell us about your adventures. If I can't get in trouble, at least I can hear about yours.
I feel like they're the type of couple that don't like officially like get together, but like they've been together for so long that they might as well be. Melee
Well,
attacks
that's
are
everyone.
fast. Attach armor plates to perform
Guess it was
melee
nice
attack.
catching.
G to perform a heavy melee attack.
Oh, wow.
Or actually, ooh, there we go. How much can I hold that? Nice. All right. Oh wait, I forgot to do the thing I went up there to do. Hold on. I was so busy catching up, I forgot to do it. I'm here. I made it back. Yeah, let's craft. Spear has been upgraded. There we go.
Okay. Master override installed. Plus, something new. To store up and release energy. Resonator. Should help in a fight.
It does look really cool. That is a fancy spear. Is that why you went over there in the first place? Yes, but I got distracted by friends. Doesn't everyone get distracted by friends? Alright, what's over this way? Alright, let's chat.
Aloy, are you finished with your friends, or do you need more time?
There's so much happening. Easy to do. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Let me just do one last
Just a bit
scan.
longer.
They're like, ugh, this girl. Okay. Mind you, I'm not seeing any other quest markers, but let's do a little scanny scan. Wait, what's up there? Small supply cache. Where? Ooh, can I get up there? Alright. Oopsie daisy. Which friend distracts the most, Joey or Chandler? I mean, I'm always gonna be a Chandler fan. Joey grew on me a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like, when I was watching Friends all the way through for the first time, not all that long ago, I gotta say, my boyfriend and I would have frequent debates over who is the best friend. And honestly, the one who acts like the best friend, supportive, looking out for you, genuinely seems to care. You would, I don't want to say, the bar sounds low, but for the friends, they're awful people by the end, and a lot of them are major hypocrites, which, like, you know, humans are hypocrites. That's fair. But, like, Joey is the most compassionate. He's stupid. He's really dumb by the end, but he's the nicest, most caring, empathetic friend for the most part. When it's around women, that's a bit of a fuzzy area, but still. Watching a few channels right now who are going through Friends. Like, it's a fun show. For me and my boyfriend, it's The Office. That was kind of the one that we have like watched all the way through a couple of times together. It's our comfort show. Friends was his comfort show for quite a long time, but I didn't really watch it all that much when it was on the air. So finally did, not all that long ago. Glad I did, but I have strong opinions about Friends. That's fair. It's big in the North American cultural zeitgeist. It's like The Office. All right, let's go.
I better get going. And if I'm headed west, it sounds like I'll need rite of passage from the Tenakth, as you said. Where exactly is this embassy going to be held?
Past the Daunt, the canyon that marks the western border of the Sundom. You'll find the fortress of Barren Light at its farthest edge. The embassy will take place just beyond its gates. It's a long march, a fortnight on foot.
A couple of days hard riding should get us there.
Actually, it might be better to rest here tonight. Head out in the morning.
Of course. I'll arrange it.
One last night in Meridian. How long travel's ahead of us? Go to bed. Or is she's gonna sneak off without him? Yep. Typical. This isn't a co-op game. I'm really surprised that I can, like, do that here and people aren't freaking out. Oh, that's true. We're going west now. We get the title crawl. There we go. Here it is. We did it. It took like 3 hours, but I made it. Like, it's almost like a nice revisiting of like the places you explored in the previous game. It's nice. Hey there, Missy Miss. Hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome to the stream. You made it just in time for the title crawl here. The title credits. Yeah. Welcome to the Horizon universe, where it's wild with a lot of different areas and robots. I mean, what's not to love? Does she think she's a burden, or is she just overcome by this sense that she has to do everything alone? I'm sure like the feeling of being a burden is like baked into her at this point, which sucks, but that can be traced back to like her being treated like an outcast throughout her entire childhood. Oh, doing well. She's also still like a young adult. Like, she's still figuring things out. Okay, I wasn't sure how old she was supposed to be at this point. I mean, like, her prefrontal cortex is still, like, forming. She's young. I don't know. I'm in my early 30s, so 20 is still young to me. I mean, isn't that always the way? It's a super special teenager or a super special young adult that has to save the world. Honestly. But we love the enthusiasm. Oh yeah, understandable given their society.
To get around.
It's a grandma's time to shine. Honestly, you know what? I would love that, actually.
Yes, I mean usually, but not today. Not yet.
Mind you, Assassin's Creed kind of delved into that. An old man.
The whole valley. It's infested with machines.
I mean, where isn't it?
I can handle machines.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but I'm under strict orders not to operate until the whistle down at Chainscrape sounds the all clear.
It's been a while. It's been a couple
I
years.
come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll crank that car down myself if I have to.
Because I think Forbidden West still hadn't come out on PC yet.
Crank it back up.
When I was playing the first one.
Fine.
Thank you. So let's get this elevator moving. Or this lift.
Should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
That's not good for diplomatic relations, but okie dokie. Level 3
I see
reached.
smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Nasty ones and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. The strangeness is, they're not native to the dot. Just showed up, all of a sudden.
No hunters
We'll
to
say
kill them?
beautiful scenery.
Well, we've got hunters, just none that want to cross Ulvund. Boss of Chainscrape.
How did they build
is
this?
Self-appointed. Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through.
Just passing through.
Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
What?
What are you talking about?
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's Sun Priest. Cranked him down yesterday, about an hour before the machine trouble started. He's a very important man, or so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one supposed to run it.
I mean, like a good old bow.
Great.
I don't know, I've always liked sniping in other games, so enjoyed the bow, but I'm also a fan of a good old slash and
You
spear.
don't do as I say immediately. The Sun King himself shall hear of your insolence. Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent. Exposed to attack, I might have died.
Hey there, Atomic Breakdown. Welcome to
Me
the stream.
refused to
Hope you're doing
transport,
well.
But not this. What? Nora girl? This savage?
Rude.
Besides, scallywag.
Quite a few new weapons.
What is-
Nice.
That's Aloy.
Studious Wadis.
Aloy, you know, savior of Meridian.
Really?
What? This?
Well, that lessens the insult, I suppose.
I came here for the embassy at Barren Light. Way I hear it, so did you.
Well, not with the valley infested.
Yes, guys,
And so
stinks.
did Ahriman proclaim the Sun Priests most precious and worthy of safekeeping. See Scripture. I shall head to Barren Light when the captain of the Vanguard tells me the way is clear, and not a moment sooner.
Fine. Captain's a friend of mine, you know? Where is Erend? Wouldn't mind speaking to someone a little more action, a little less scroll.
Wadis.
Studious Wadis.
Just commit to it. Commit to the stupid.
Wadis sent Aaron and another vanguard out at daybreak to clear the way.
And so at daybreak.
Hey!
Yes!
Down to Valley Bend?
She's like,
Said they check the ruins on the left bank for tracks. Take it from there.
Okay. I hear there's a work stoppage. Any way to upgrade my gear?
I'll bet the smith and Chainscrape would let you use his workbench. As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Ooh.
Thanks. I'll find Erend and I'll bring him back. Hey! Where do you think you're going?
What? To the top of the ridge. To wait in safety.
Sorry. Operator's under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. Best start cranking.
Why? Why?
Jorf, would you kindly escort Studious to Chainscrape and wait for me there?
You got it.
I will find Erend, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
If such be the will of the sun.
It will be. Trust me.
Not to like insert a Star Trek reference where it might not be warranted, but like for anybody who's seen Deep Space Nine, it's very Win coded. This guy.
First and upgrade my bow.
All right. Ooh, we got some stuff. Oh, hello. Build a full HUD. Review your current. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, it's already up, so there we go. What do we got here? I was gonna say, if, like, I already did a Star Trek reference in my little preamble leading up to the stream tonight, because I was talking about the new season of Black Mirror, which had a sequel to the USS Callister episode from a few seasons back. So, there you go. Yes, I am playing mouse and keyboard. That is... I can't aim with a controller. I can't. I used to be able to when I was younger, but now I like the preciseness of the mouse, which is limiting in other ways. I played Elden Ring the same way, and I don't know how I did it. Yes. It's very much the same of sort of, like, very passive-aggressive, like, bless your heart kind of style talk, you know? Where it's like, you want to sock him in the face, but it's just like, may the prophets be with you. By mandate of Commander Nozar, all residents of the Daunt are herewith informed of the following. The gates between Barren Light and No Man's Land are hereby ordered shut and sealed, in expectation of the imminent embassy. None are allowed passage either way until further notice. They're being a little liberal with the capitalizations here. No exceptions will be made, regardless of clan, house, or tribe. Based on previous grievances and misunderstandings, let it be clear that no exceptions will be made for the Oseram either. Any outstanding arrangements made pertaining to passages are hereby declared postponed or void, depending on the nature and timing of the arrangement. No exceptions will be made. Again, to eliminate any doubts should they remain, all of the above pertains to the Oseram regardless of circumstances. Excuses are so-called binding contracts. Any complaints and or restitutions, if at all applicable, can be addressed to Captain Lawan, my second in command. Signed, in the light of the sun, Nozar Aaron Kuvamen, Commander of Barren Light. Quick question, and this might just be, I don't want to say me being nitpicky, but just something I noticed. Was Horizon Forbidden West developed in Canada, or was it developed in the US? Because I know it's set in the US. I know the landscape we're roaming across is American landscape, but was this, like, developed in Canada? Just a quick question. The control. So I had to see the difference. COD player, can't play on that controller at all, can play the heck out of Horizon. It sometimes depends on the game, right? So passive aggressive, so we thought those girls doing shindig. Oh, it was developed in the Netherlands. Oh, it's Dutch. Interesting. Okay. Just because, one second. Something I noticed, and this varies like country to country, the use of commas when it's listing out things, clan, house, or tribe. In the US, they would have another comma here before or tribe, but in Canada, we don't have that comma here, technically. People use it all the time, but in official writings, you're not technically supposed to have it. So I saw that and I thought, wait a minute, is this another game that was developed in Canada? Yeah, I remember Mass Effect was Canadian, that's why I wasn't sure. But okay, maybe it's the same, in the Netherlands. I'm not familiar with that, but something I noticed. I have to proofread things as part of my job, so unfortunately my eyes tend to grab typos where it's like no comma before the end in a list of 3. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Expanded world. There's Major coming out. It comes in handy. Oh, we can still talk to him. All right.
If you'll excuse me, I need to contemplate.
He means save his ego. All right. I guess we'll head this way. Just gonna take it in. Okay, we got some more burrowers down there. Gathering medicinal berries beyond the capacity of your medicine pouch sends them to your inventory to build up reserve. Fantastic! Ooh, hello. What do we got here? Campfire by approaching it. Fast travel. Ooh, light the campfire with E to save your game. Alright. So, 4, right by some burrowers. Too far away? Here, let's... Here we go. Just trying to dive in there.
Cauldrons could teach me how to override these machines. But where would they be?
So we don't want to summon too many more. No, I want to mark those guys down. Toggle between its components.
Those machines must have torn through this camp. This valley definitely isn't safe.
We'll work through it. It's fine. Come on, get nice and close. It's a nice little spot. Stealth killed 10 machines. Alright. What's your pathway?
Things easier.
Side quests can overwhelm you in this game. Lots to do. Skill tree is also very different. Interesting. Nope. Trying not to overshoot the diving here. Here we go. Ooh. Gotta be careful of you, too. Mm-hmm. Getting all iffy over. There's nothing here. Don't worry about it. What, because of your friend? There. Oh, knocking the trees, friend. You can go away. Oh, I didn't get it close enough. This is fine, nothing to see here. Getting all antsy over. Get back in. Get back in. Whoo. Nice and stealthy. Whoop. Nope. You saw nothing. So I get the itch to play. You didn't see anything. This is fine. See, you're fine. Whoop. Wrong thing. Here. We'll get him on this next loop. He'll be back this way. That's the thing sometimes watching somebody play one of your favorite games is it's like, wait a minute. It's like, that looks like fun. I want to do that again. Alright, is that all of them? I mean, 4, but... barrel... I think that's it. Here goes the boar. Horizon of the world building in each. Yeah. The exploration, the landscapes. Get that rock back. Oh, thought I missed something there. Alright, this looked like there was something in here. Oh, wait, there's something. There we go. A grease-stained scroll filled with hastily scrawled glyphs. These sun lickers and their scorched-out diplomacy. Let's not fuss around the forge. It's a pretty word the Karja use for not stepping on Tenakth toes. Which they shouldn't. They have every reason to be afraid of those brutes. But I'm not Karja. I didn't try and invade the West over and over again just because I felt like it. I have no use for these embassies. Another polite term for waving the white flag and saying, please don't kill us. And now I'm stuck on this side of the wall too, because the Karja couldn't keep it in their sheath. Yeah, sure, things are different now. Sun King of Avad believes in peaceful dialogue. Whoopity-doo for you, but simple delvers, traders, and tinkerers like me are sitting on our hands until the priests and marshals finish their little tea party or whatever it is they do out there. Not to mention our brothers and sisters on the other side of the wall. How are they supposed to get help and supplies when the gate is shut tight? How much longer do we have to cool our heels? I heard they're waiting on some sun priests to arrive, but weren't those nitwits the root of the problem to begin with? They riled up the mad Sun King to start the Western invasion in the first place. Writing this was supposed to calm me down, but it's only blown up the bellows. The longer that gate stays closed, the more shards I lose. I've had it! I'm heading over to Barren Light. Someone's going to get a blast of hot air for all the good it'll do. It's like, hey, I'm just the worker here. I'm not here for politics. Just let me do my job. Another rock? Alright, well, we cleaned up the area nice and good. Ooh, glowing things. I noticed that on the rocks on the way over. Oh, wait, actually. How far are we from where we're trying to get? Let's see. Go to Chain Scrape. To the brink. Okay, let's aim to go to Chain Scrape for now. Place waypoint. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're already doing that. Here, just make sure I'm not walking into something here. Ooh, hello. Old barrel. May contain valuable resources. Boars. Oh, no. Here we go. Ah, dang it. Got him. I know, it was a lot of arrows for something I could have just slashed myself. God. We need meat and things. Green Shine Sliver.
It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. Wonder if merchants would be interested.
Whoop, hello. Rare and valuable resource. Hidden over the world, green shine can be used for upgrading certain weapons and outfits or trading with specific merchants. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Tutorial explain how the inventory works in this game. I mean, it showed that I had it, but it didn't show me any specifics otherwise. Here we go. Inventory. Tools. Got my resources here. Set 2 girlfriends are playing on them. Oh, congratulations, Kosaka Honika! Got him. Let's see. Alright, gotta head in that direction. Ooh, hello. So when it's filled, instead of nothing being able to pick up, it'll go to the stash. Oh, good, because I kept running out of room in the last game. Chain scrape. Okay, coming into chain scrape territory. Oh yeah, it said that with the herbs. It's like, by the way, if you pick up too many, it just goes to your inventory. So, that's good to know, because it seemed like no matter what I was doing to try and upgrade my inventory, I was picking up way too much stuff. Awesome name if I ever saw one, yeah. Let's see. Medicinal herbs. That's it. Nope, nothing in there. That's good. It means that they like... Wait. How am I somersaulting? Because I changed my dodge, because I kept toggling it by accident.
Cook should know what to do with this.
Ooh. It's always nice to see quality of life changes where it's just like, okay, like, they really listen to, like, suggestions from the player base. I have, talked a little bit about playing Fields of Mystria. Whoop, don't get too close to the stinky.
It must be a bristleback.
Sorry, just a pause for a second, so I'm not missing out on anything. I've talked a little bit about playing Fields of Mystria, which is still in early access, and I will say the updates that they've come out with, like, have been really great at addressing player feedback. Like, they just recently introduced you could have pets, so they gave you treats that you could give to your pets, whether it's a cat or a dog. There is a character in the game already that's a dog. People were trying to give dog treats to the dog character, and he didn't like them, and everybody on Reddit and that was very confused by it. They just released a new update where the dog now enjoys getting the dog treats because they saw people responding to it, and it's like, we love stuff like that. You can also disable pickup animations on sticks and plants, but some people think it's immersion breaking. I was trying to remember, I think the first Horizon game also had that. I can't remember if I turned that off or not. I don't mind keeping it on. I do pick up literally everything, though. Also remove the Dwarves in fantasy setting for sure. Some food research, trying to fix my diet. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with trying to mix things up a little bit.
Grand's plant must be chain scrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too.
Where'd you go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Hey, get back here. Dang, he's fast. Alright. Don't mind me just chasing pigs. Trying to get that pig meat. Ooh, hello. I don't know, you never know when you're gonna need some of these materials. I'd rather have them and not need them than need them for a quest and then not have them. Because guaranteed, you're never going to find them at that point. You can always find a lot of something when you don't need it. Let's see, we got a couple of different ways to go, but let's go to Barren Light, which would be the elves. Yeah, nor the humans. Tanath would be orcs. Interesting. Okay, yeah, we'll go to Chainscrape. Go, Bitterleaf. We'll say, like, the water is very colorful. What is that? Oh, it's a raccoon. Almost looked like an otter. Oop, got some machines over that way. But one thing at a time.
Outlander approaching. That's a savior. Wanna come in, savior?
Maybe I do. It's accurately a bit green too, due to the mineral content. Oh, okay. One sec. I wanna get this. Can I get this from here? Do I really have to drop in to get it? Or I'll go the other way. Here we go. Hopping all over the place. I do like that though. Like if it was perfectly blue, and it's like, what? This is supposed to be the wilds. Chainscrape. Just checking out what's going on over here. Interesting. Hello.
Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
That's fair. Yeah. There's a lot of dyes out there. And some people react badly to them, so totally fair.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy.
Hello,
What are you
hello.
doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on.
I'm here for business. Oh no, we're getting
Damn brewery's the only thing I
wasted.
can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's
Roland?
You've heard of him.
Yeah.
But he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
The Forbidden West.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
Ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. Gotta move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
I mean, come on. We can chill and have a quick drink.
This
Why
Northern guy
not?
Sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
She's always a lone wolf, Aloy.
Just 'cause you keep blurring out, it doesn't mean you're off the hook.
There's some, what am I hitting that's causing me to somersault like that? What am I pressing by accident that's making this happen? Because I thought I changed that in the key bindings.
Look, Honora. Must be an exile.
Hey, what's that over there? Who's she talking to? I know, but I don't know what what one that is. Hold on. Let me check the keyboard and mouse bindings. Hold on. Outside dodge. Tag. Swan dive? Is that? Oh no, that's. I mean, it very well could be. Because I changed the dodge. I mean, everything else seems to be checking out. Oh. I'll figure it out eventually. Ooh, hello. What do we got here? Partially burned front page of an illustrated pamphlet. It's hammering time. Oh no, whatever will the hammers for hire do, now that Gnurt has lost all their earnings to devious dicers? Another mercenary job, that's what. In this episode, our heroes delve deep into a mysterious tunnel at the edge of the claim, searching for Ilderman's missing daughter. Inside, they'll find a machine that will give them the fight of their lives. Can they survive the drilling jaws of this ravenous giant? Will they save the missing maiden? Find out in the latest issue of Hammers for Hire, Name Takers and Rock Breakers. I love it. I love it. And you gotta have something to do here. Gotta have something to read.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Ulvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Ulvin probably threatened to cut off her pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it?
Alright, tell me about your injury.
You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvin and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Ulvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Ulvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvin?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Ulvin, his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Ulvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Ulvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
Yeah.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Alright, we're picking up some side quests here. What else do we got going on? Let's see. Got some people hanging around. Upgrading your gear to workbench keeps it viable against higher level enemies. Hint, hint. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, hello. There's something in there. If the Nora drinks, that's it. Come on. Wait, did the Nora not drink? Is that something I don't remember? Am I forgetting lore? I know they're religious types, but... Ooh, let's see. This is your stash. It can be found in every settlement as well as many other locations throughout the world. When you gather items beyond your carrying capacity... Okay, so it's your storage. And here you can retrieve items individually or restock all your resources by holding R. By upgrading your pouches at the workbench, you can increase your carrying capacity. Okay. Here, let's use the workbench. Let's see here. Let's go to pouch upgrades. What do we have here? Carry more stuff. Ooh, not enough boar hides. And I was just killing a whole bunch of boars too. Come on. think they do recall during the proving one drunk guy perched on a rooftop with his wife yelling at him to get down. I mean, he could have just... Oh, right, they did have, like, the big party. Gotcha. Yeah, I do remember that. Boar bone, raccoon hide, squirrel bone. Ooh, I gotta get hunting. That's the problem. Actually, wait. Hold on. Let's look at the weapon upgrades here. Bow. Classic. What do we need? Favored by the Nora Hunters. Okay, but how do I... What do I need? Oh, I can do that. There. Easy. Got it. Look at that. I could... 2... Fully maxed out. Let's go. Beautiful. What do we got for our sling here? Yeah, we can do that one. Ooh, bristleback circulator. Only had the one. Perfect. And there. Nice. Let's see. Outfit upgrades. What do I got here? Increased resistances. Yeah, could go ahead and get that. Concentration. Locked slot. Acid resistance. Melee and impact resistance. Let's go. What else we got? Oh, plenty. Let's do it. Ooh, I don't have a fanghorn antler. Oh, hey. Trap crafting, potion crafting. What can I do here? Yep, one extra. There we go. Wait, can I make more? There we go. Here, we'll leave it at that. Special gear. Okay, can't do anything new for my pullcaster, so I think we'll leave it at that. A ton of weapons and armor in this game. I think I like all the options to come across. I like that, being able to kind of like personalize it. An ammo that deals acid damage is now available in your inventory. Use your focus to scan enemies, see if they are weak to acid. Hitting with acid will build up the corroding state. Once in the state, an enemy's armor takes damage over time and has reduced damage resistance. Shoot acid canisters with acid arrows to detonate them and trigger a large elemental explosion. Okay. Here, hold on. Let's see, I don't have any coils on here. And I have no coils to put on there, so there we go. Here, hold on. There we go. Can I make some of these? No. Okay, coil slot has been unlocked for one of your weapons. Coils can be clipped to weapons to improve their performance. Tap R when viewing the weapon in your inventory to modify its coils.
This should be useful.
Oh, wait, I could talk to somebody.
Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks. Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can
Everything
I still use
is.
the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Already did. I didn't ask permission first. Oops. Let's see. Let's see. I imagine there's probably like a fire around here where I can see. Oh, there it is. I'm like, there must be a spot where I can quick save and activate this thing. Oh, awesome. Here, I'm gonna equip the arrows. Oh, hello. Greet everybody.
Hammer and tongs. You're the first new face I've seen in a while. Not again.
Ooh, fighting pit. Or... Wait. Oh, yep, it is fighting pit. Jeez. I mean, I guess they gotta get up to something, but dang. Wait, what's... Hold on one second. What's that glowing thing down there? Campfires are more densely concentrated than they were in Zero Dawn. They did feel a little spaced out.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Here, hold on. What's I seeing over here? Oh, maybe it was on the other side. Learn melee attacks. Ooh, okay. Here, let's learn. Because I always end up finding myself having to get into melee situations. Hello.
You wanted to
Nice outfit.
Well,
Love
you know better than anyone
this
it's
situation.
a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or
it does.
The Enduring,
How do you see?
master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tanakh.
Need more than one arrow
fighter,
most of the
master
time.
masters.
That's the hard part.
I've heard the Tanakh have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tanakh are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tanakh don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Let's give it a
Who are
shot.
you fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These
Ooh,
filthy
arrows.
fools would run themselves through otherwise. You have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
Let's give it a try.
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright. Melee pits test your close quarter fighting skills against other human opponents. Complete all challenges against other fighters to ultimately face the Pitmaster. The pit also allows you to practice your melee skills in a focused tutorial or an open-ended training session. See tutorials, practice your melee skills, unlock in... Okay. Practice your melee skills in unlocked combos. At first I was like, past tense. Okay, gotcha. In focused tutorials, challenges, defeat other fighters in a timed challenge to ultimately face the Pitmaster. Freely practice your melee skills and unlock combos against an experienced opponent in an open-ended session. You know what? Let's try a tutorial because I don't actually have any combos at the moment. So I don't know if this will allow me to unlock combos, light attacks, heavy attacks, power attacks. Alright, slower, deal more damage to your target. Oh, and that's the charging one. Okay, I know that one. Resonator Blast. Need to learn Resonator Blast in the skill tree to unlock this challenge. Ooh, actually, should I unlock those first? Actually, let's work our way up to that. Let's start with light attacks. Heavy attacks, power attacks. Okay, let's try a challenge. Need to learn Block Breaker in the skill tree. Okay. Well, alright. Skills. So this is the new skill tree. You've earned your first skill point. Skill points are gained by leveling up and completing quests and activities. Choose a skill tree and tap to open it. Alright, I've got, is that 3 skills I can work with? Warrior, unlock new melee combos and increase melee damage and effectiveness. Includes weapon techniques for warrior bows, which specialize in close quarter combat. Okay. Probably not going to use this one as much. I was, like, there's a lot of, like, strategy to, like, the traps, and I have used them occasionally, but it's not usually, like, my first choice. Increased ranged combat effectiveness and improved weapon stamina, concentration. I would like to have more concentration. Includes weapon techniques for hunter bows and bolt blasters, specialize in mid-range combat. Ooh, survivor. Effectiveness of healing and potions. Ooh, reduce visibility, movement noise, increase damage dealt while in stealth. Ooh, and Machine Master. Okay, gotcha. You know what, what do we got for the hunter here? That's it, Resonator Blast. Okay. First strike an enemy with a melee attacks to build up energy on your spear. Fully charged, tap G to energize your target. Ooh. I need to section you in the trap skill tree. Okay, gotcha. This seems like a cool one. Let's go for this. Nice. Alright, what does this one do? Critical boost. Powered by a special mode in your focus, gain a greater chance to land critical hits, increase critical damage. Oh, you need to unlock the other ones to get that one. Gotcha. This is a Valor Surge. Learn all 3 connected skills to automatically unlock it. Equip a Valor Surge to use it. Valor Surges are powerful, special abilities that require a buildup of Valor to use. Earn Valor through various actions in combat, like removing components, targeting weak spots, and defeating enemies. Okay, see, they've got the comma here. Each skill tree offers different Valor Surges that provide unique advantages. Okay. Block Breaker. Immediately break an enemy's weapon guard and leave them vulnerable to a follow-up attack. Went into stealth and hunting. Yeah, like there's a lot of value to that. It's just because I'm at the pit, part of me is just like, oh, but I've only got one more left. Okay. Maybe I won't get these. Okay, there's that one. Wait, what? Oh, wait. This is an active skill. It can be recognized by its diamond shape. Skills in this category unlock new capabilities, from advanced combat maneuvers to crafting efficiencies. Okay. Click, click, G. Okay. What's this one do? Nora Warrior. Powerful melee combo common among Nora warriors, useful in knocking down small machines and staggering larger ones. Like, very useful, but I'm just trying to diversify my skills a little bit. There we go. I want more concentration. Increase your concentration limit, prolonging use. With that, hold L shift to enter concentration mode, slow down time. Yep. Its passive boost can be recognized by its circular shape. Skills in this category provide a constant increase to your basic capabilities. Learning passive boosts multiple times increase their benefits. Outfits and weaves can also improve their effects. You know what? I'm probably gonna get that. Just because I'm now finding that my concentration is just like not holding long enough. Apologies, folks. Allergies. I'm gonna go for concentration boost. I feel like that's a pretty safe get. What will this one do? Ranged Master. Bolster your resolve and deal more damage with ranged weapons for a limited time. Okay. Alright, we'll leave it at that.
Up for some training? I set up something new while you were gone.
I don't have Block Breaker, but Resonator Blast. Use any attack with G to energize your target and create a glowing energy point. Here we go. I can use the Resonator Blast one. Defeat your opponent with a Resonator Blast. This technique utilizes your melee and ranged attacks, deals a massive amount of damage at once. Forming a melee combos and power attacks energizes your spear faster. Only use your spear and training bows for this challenge. Alright, let's go to try.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Woohoo!
Yeah!
That or G attacks, combos build up faster, energize your target.
You think your spear can deal with that armor? Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy or power attack to blast their armor off.
Yeah, next round on me. Walk it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you a sight for sore eyes?
Whoop, hello.
That energy doesn't last forever. Shoot the glowing part of your opponent before the energy fades.
Do I have to shoot it? Or can I use my spear? Mouse fails, kick them in the nuts. I mean, it works, right?
Okay, just try again.
Oh, Nope, didn't quite do it. Failed to meet the challenge goals. Here, let's try it again. Let's get in the hang of that.
Ignoring me again. Don't you think I forgot? Never
That energy doesn't last forever. Finally. Shoot the glowing part of your opponent before the energy fades.
This one.
Salutations, fair maiden. Who might you be?
Okay, I think I need to do more charged ones. Alright, I'm gonna run out of time here.
Okay, just try again.
Did a little bit better timing-wise. Like, I was able to do a bit more damage. Yeah, I think I need to use more of the G move. I was trying to, like, charge up. Just wailing on him.
Anything happen after I left you?
The combos haven't learned yet.
Do you like the sound of my voice?
That energy doesn't last forever. That spirit can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it, and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents.
There, I did it. There we go. All challenges the melee pit to unlock the Pitmaster challenge. I mean, not bad, 29 seconds. Got the hang of it. I can't do the other ones, so we'll leave it at that. What else can we get up to? Got the pit there. What else? Where's my friend? She said she had a cold one waiting for me. Gonna hold her to it. Okay, we got a couple of side quests over this way. Let's see what we got. Stray child. Spear can knock off machine armor. Using that, try it on the training dummies. Yep. Let's see. Oh, hello.
Sorry, Red. We're closed.
What? I know, everything's closed right now.
Hello there. Can't recall seeing you here before.
Nope. Got something over this way? Hello. Oop, or a different way? Maybe I gotta jump in. Yep. Hello. Don't mind me.
Give it a rest, would you?
I snuck into the bar. Ooh, machine strike. What is this?
To revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
What? One quick game.
Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West.
How convenient.
Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
All of them? I have heard of Gwent. I have not played it, but its reputation precedes it. Okay. Not complete board. Okay, so how does this work? Opponent set. Okay, here we go. How does this work? Machine Strike is two-player strategy game played by the tribes of the Forbidden West. Each player owns different boards and favors a particular set of machine pieces. Oh, she'll explain it? Okay, then I'll let her explain it. Yeah, we'll go for that. Okay, I have selected it. Okay, let's go. Board, opponent set. How am I supposed to go? It lets me open the glossary, but it... Oh boy.
You're probably busy. I understand.
Wait, no, I'm trying to... I want to learn.
Aloy, please, have a seat.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Here. I'll figure this out. No, it just said, okay, you can't see it because I'm in the way, but it's open glossary or select. So I did, oh, now it has start. It was only showing glossary. It was not showing start. Now it is. I promise I wasn't missing it. It didn't say it.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move.
Okay.
How powerful their attacks are. The distance they can strike from.
Okay.
And of course, their health.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go.
Oh boy.
I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go.
How generous.
Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Gotta move that machine forward. Yeah. Move that machine forward.
Oh,
it's all part of the learning process.
Oh, so I can't do it like just one. Or I guess diagonal counts as 2. Okay.
Easy enough, huh? Now,
because I know I'm setting myself up here.
Each round. So go ahead and pick a second machine. Gotta move that machine forward.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Move that machine forward. It's all part of the learning process.
She's like, no, you have to play it the way I'm telling you to play it.
There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn.
All right. I'll end my turn.
We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here.
You're gonna attack me. Don't stray from the tutorial.
And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first.
All right.
Now move the piece close. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. and your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points.
Okay.
This means your machine can do 2 points of damage
Yeah.
to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yes, let's keep going.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move one space further. Try it out.
Okay.
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack.
Oh, okay.
Now some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this.
Oh.
Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then.
Okay.
Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine.
Okay.
Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece.
Okay, can I rotate freely?
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're going to receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner.
Okay.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget.
I can see people getting really sucked up in this one.
Pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them.
Aw.
It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after night of machine hunting or brew hopping.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a pleasure to help out new strike
I won't
players.
say no, but it might happen.
If you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Like, I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Think about it.
It's interesting. Normally, whenever a game introduces you to, like, oh yes, this is our special game system, the Like 9 times out of 10, I'm usually like, oh, that's neat, and then I just move on. This is kind of interesting. I might give this one a bit of a shot, but you're one step closer to mastering the game of Machine Strike. What kind of pieces you can collect? Yeah. Terrain and knockback tutorial. You know what? Let's go through the tutorials just while we're here.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got
That's
all
fair.
the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly
There
affects
has to
your
be
machine's
more.
As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power.
Okay, I got +1.
Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing
Ain't that the way, though?
Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power.
Okay.
My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're
The high
standing on
ground.
forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's
Catch me in the
combat
lava
power,
going, I hate
you can
you.
still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage.
Oh.
And if my machine had been blocked by another
Honestly,
one
I
of my
love the
pieces,
enthusiasm.
that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you.
Oh, but I'd like to overcharge to move forward and attack the back of the other one, but okay.
Alright, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed
That's
on
true.
those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. you can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
And then you draw 2 cards after. Okay, so and if one of the cards you draw is like over 5 points higher than the other one, you can pick up a 3rd card. Try and remember to do that. Like, there's an entertainment value to it, but I don't think I don't know. I've had enough friends try to teach me how to play card games and board games that, like, I've already lived through, like, awkward instructions. This was very clear. It's visual. Like, props to the game for being like, listen, we've worked on this little, like, chess game. We're pretty proud of it. Please play it. We'll make the tutorial halfway interesting. Machine types and skills tutorial.
Here
I
for
want
more
to check out the
tips?
different types.
Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army.
It kind of
What
is,
each
honestly.
machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at
Warmed up
machine
to
type
you warmed
and
up to it
skills.
eventually.
Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. Alright, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own.
Okay.
So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list.
Aw, a little
It's
cheat
got
sheet.
all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Okay. Now, we do have some other things we want to look at just because I'm also being mindful of our time. So maybe we will play a game in another stream because I get the feeling there's still going to be plenty for us to do here before we leave. Let's talk to
Come for that
Petra.
beer after all, eh?
Let's end it off on a
Sit
chat with
down.
Petra.
Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table!
He's like, alright.
Don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
Alright, bristlebacks. Tell me about them.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Oh, wow. But I heard that was a game that also had a lot to do.
Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him.
Oh,
He's hoping
of
to dig up
course.
enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers
Honestly,
back
she kind
home
of
know that
is.
this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
It is very interesting to see like the interplay between the different groups, especially now that we're sort of like venturing into a different area where it's in a further extension of like the political struggles.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvind?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvind has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
There's no good tribe. They all have good people and they all have rotten apples. It just like real life. Groups of people will always have the standouts and the flawed individuals that will kind of maybe dissuade others. I don't know. We're people. We're imperfect. Groups of us even more so.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
I didn't actually see where the front door is here because I literally just dropped in from the ceiling. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to see. Your favorite seems to put in the most effort in. I mean, but is that just because of, like, what they did to the other tribes for the longest time? It's like, yes, they're maybe the most advanced, but that's at the expense of some of the other cultures. Like, it's complicated. I will be going back in there. It's just, I've noticed what time it is. There's a lot to see. Unless you mean, like, it's a quick exchange. Because I'll do a quick exchange. Yeah, let's hop back in real quick. Ooh, hello. There's a thing over here. Whoa, hey, hey. Why'd you do that? What? Hey, why'd you do that? Here, one sec. I'm getting... Why did I do that? Taking steps to address what they've done. Oh, for sure. Like, and that's not to discredit, like, the efforts that they're making to, like, elevate the other tribes and cultures and things. Like, they are putting in the work, and I don't want to put down those efforts. But it's also a recognizing of why they're in that position to do that. And it's because some things were taken at the expense of some of the others. And that's history. It's growth to acknowledge that and try and make good on it. Is this the cook? Where's the cook? This thing over there dodged almost away from it. I didn't mean to, it just kind of happened. Where's the cook? Is this her? Nope. I'm seeing Ostrom workers. Still look right. You?
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh.
It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Oh.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
You know what? He's like, I'm good at, like, the thing I'm passionate about. I didn't sign up for politics.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Hey, you know what? Having food after the ale, that's a good combo too. Just saying.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent wild meat.
Oh, and I just used some.
A big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do.
I have the bitter leaf.
Griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef.
No, I just dress the part. I like the drip.
That's what gratitude sounds like.
And Don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Oh, I love him.
Already got enough bitter leaf. Just need to hunt for some wild meat and grab the metal panel from a scoundrel pile.
Okay, so I got some stuff I'll need to pick up at some point. But on that note, I think we're probably gonna call it here. Because of Lazar. Hey, listen, it can be functional and also look cute. I'm just saying. But I think on that note, we are gonna call it there for tonight. Did a little bit of exploring, did a little bit of fighting, but it's mostly been some story stuff. And we still have a lot of exploring to do here in this new area. We've got a kind of chess to play, which I will probably do in the next stream, which is gonna be on Monday night at 7:30. Yeah, like it feels like pacing wise. I didn't want to end it off on the chess tutorial. I'm like, no, we got to end off on something like a bit more energetic. I don't want to say more fun, but something with a little bit more like to it, you know? Exactly. I killed some boars. I killed some burrowers. I made it to a new town. I went drinking with my friend. It was a good night. It was a good night. And thank you so much for joining me. As I said, we're going to be picking things up on Monday night. And if anything changes between now and then, the details will be here on Discord, on Twitter/X, on Threads, and on Blue Sky. But until then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, a lovely weekend, and hopefully I will see you on Monday night for some more Horizon Forbidden West. Until then, have a good one. See ya.